First unpopular opinion, AM and PM is dumb. Everyone should use 24-hour/military time. What the fuck just happened? There are 24 hours in a day, not 12. Adding AM and PM is an extra step and makes signage unnecessarily confusing when they are omitted. Even if you are used to using the 12-hour format, math is really easy to make the conversion. I'm not even going to argue with this, honestly. It is weird, you know? Just like when I promote this podcast and say that I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 p.m.? Why do I got to say p.m.? Why can't I just say 14 o'clock? Is that what that is? Yeah, 14 o'clock. You know? It definitely would take me longer to be like, wait, okay, so what time is it? But we would get used to it. You know what I mean? You'd get used to it fucking in a few weeks, in a month. You'd be all over it. And then you don't have to use freaking AM and PM after every time you say a time. You could just say 14 o'clock. New and ever podcast every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 14 o'clock. Still have to stay Eastern Standard Time because this is worldwide. You could be watching from anywhere. Okay, so first opinion. We agree with it. Woo! Love it. I love it when my microwaved food is cold in the middle. Okay. Now we're on to some unpopular opinions. Excuse me? I always hear people talking about how gross it is when this happens, but I personally don't mind it. Oh, you don't mind it or you love it? Because you said you love it in the title. Now all of a sudden you're saying, I don't mind it. Adds an extra bit of texture. What? That I think makes the food feel more fancy. There's no way this person is being real. I don't know. Maybe I am a psychopathy. Yeah, you are. For thinking this, but for foods like microwaved oatmeal and breakfast burritos, it's really not horrible. Bro. Okay. Come on. See, I wish I could talk to this person because are you trying to make the argument that it is good? That food being cold in the middle after being microwaved is actually really good? Or are you just saying you can bear it? I guess he's saying he likes it. I mean, he said he loved it in the title. Then he said he doesn't mind it. And then he said it's really not horrible. So I don't really know, but either way, it's a terrible opinion, dude. If the food is cold in the middle after I microwaved it, which actually happened to me recently, I'm pissed. I throw it back in the microwave. No question, dude. I think what was it? It was like meatballs or something. Like veggie meatballs that I could just throw. Frozen veggie meatballs, and I was cooking pasta, and then I was going to throw the meatballs on the pasta, and then I threw the meatballs on the pasta, and then the meatballs are cold in the middle. I said, what the fuck is this? I took the meatballs off the pasta, put it back on the plate, put it back in the microwave, because I'm not a psychopathy. Like he called himself for thinking foods is good cold in the middle. Oatmeal, okay, maybe. I could probably eat oatmeal cold. A breakfast burrito? Anything that's supposed to be hot? That like, as a normal food that's not a microwaved food should be hot? Definitely. How could you say that it's good cold in the middle? Terrible opinion. All right, let's read. Sergio has been saying some stuff. I talk too much shit on people who thinks that mumble rap is good, but I didn't see what good about it. Underground industry for life. Oh, cold food is nasty as fuck. Yes, thank you. Cold food is nasty as fuck. Yeah, I mean, I get. I can say personally, I get mumble rap. You know, it's more of just it's it's more of just a vibe. It's easier to just listen to or just have playing in the background. It can set a vibe. I get it. It can sound good. There are some mumble rappers that I like. There are some mumble rap songs that I like. But obviously, I prefer to listen to bars, which stay tuned because I'm going to be promoting my July monthly bars playlist full of new music that came out in July that got bars. So stay tuned for that. But back to unpopular opinions. That was the worst opinion I've ever heard in my life. Microwaved food cold is good? You're psychopathy. Okay. Here's another one. As a guy, the current culture has made it incredibly easy to get a girlfriend. Okay. Explain. This is kind of a long one. It's literally so easy. The standards... Okay, dude. The standards have dropped because of how bad other dudes have been fucking up. Think about it. At this point, women just want someone that isn't a man-child, 2, clean. Okay, first of all, you're not saying this right, but I get what you mean. In a somewhat decent shape, and not even all of them want that. True. In college, I heard so many horror stories about nice guys. If you can't be better than thinking someone owes you a relationship because you had basic human decency, then you really shouldn't be in a relationship anyway. Have a job, have a personality, and your own interest. Have a goal, have a spine, and you'll have an easy time. Also, dating apps are trash. Just go talk to a girl. I completely agree with that. I've been wanting to talk about that, actually. Like, I don't understand how people... Well, maybe I have talked about it. I don't understand how people make serious relationships on Tinder. Like, you go on a date, if there's the slightest thing that she doesn't like, she's a swipe away from finding another dude more attractive than you. Or better than you. Or, to her taste. So it's like... And it's just... It takes this... There's something special about meeting the right person at the right time. And Tinder's just searching, it's pushing it. I think it's stupid. Anyways, also uninstall Instagram. What? A lot of guys I know struggling to find a relationship are the same dudes spending their free time scroll through Photoshop Instagram models and expecting all the women to look like that. Dum-dums. Those women's entire lives depends on how they look. Are you putting in that same degree of effort into how you look? We both know the answer. Edit. Do be clean and be in shape. Do be willing to acknowledge your mistakes. That's a bar. Woo! Do be clean and be in shape. Do be willing to acknowledge your mistakes. Doesn't quite fit. Almost a bar. A lot of guys have a defeatist mindset. You'll find any reason why you're alone and perpetuated in your every action, you won't even know it. Yes, if you are on the spectrum, this post does nothing for you. It will be more difficult for you. And I will concede location does matter. But for 90% of you, you just don't understand that women are actually just men, but with vaginas. Sometimes not everyone's the same. It's tricky. You'll understand when you're older. I mean, actually, he's kind of got a point. I can't say I've been looking. It's been a while since I've been actively trying to be in a relationship. But yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, I'm a decent person, like I know there's a lot of douchebags out there. Let's just be honest. There's a lot of really douchey guys. They're usually the more attractive ones, so they usually get the girls more easily, but they're fucking douchebags. And so even if you don't got the looks, if you can figure out a way to play the game and get her attention, you win every time. That's a good take. That's a good opinion. I like that opinion. I actually don't really get it, but I like it. Raw carrot is infinitely better than the monstrosity that is boiled carrot, and no one can tell me otherwise. I'm not reading that one any further because that's just... Who cares about carrots? First of all. Second of all, like, yeah, literally, I don't have an opinion enough on carrots to even care about that opinion. Like saying a raw carrot is better, sure. I like eating raw carrots. I like eating boiled carrots. Is that really an unpopular opinion? I feel like eating raw carrots is a common thing, like with like some dipping ranch sauce or something. Come on. Quitting your retail job by announcing it over a store PA for TikTok makes you look like an unemployable, spoiled idiot who can't control their emotions. You did your employee a favor. Your employer a favor. Okay. How often is that really happening? And how is that an unpopular opinion? Is that an unpopular opinion? That's a popular opinion to me. If you quit your job over the PA on TikTok, well, actually, first of all, TikTok, if you have a username that has nothing to do with your name, then you're kind of safe, I think. What employer is looking on TikTok enough to have the chance to see your TikTok of the last job you were at and know it was you? And bad opinion. I take it back. Bad. Your opinion is bad. Adult picky eaters are insufferable and deserve public scorn and shaming. What? Okay. I might actually be on... I mean, I'm not a picky eater, but picky eaters don't bother me. So I'm interested to hear his argument for this. How long we been going? Oh, damn. Okay. Right after this is going to be the last... Well, actually, we're going to do a couple more unpopular opinions, and then we're going to get to the freaking challenge, the blindfolded challenge. Okay. Adult picky eaters are insufferable and deserve public scorn and shaming. I can absolutely understand not enjoying some foods here and there. That's normal. But I can't believe the number of people who say that they can only eat vegetables if they're fried. What a specific... Who says that? Must have a certain... Who can only eat vegetables if they're fried, must have a certain spice, must not have something simple like pepper, or won't try anything outside of their immediate food circle. If you're lucky enough to get a good meal, as long as you don't have an allergy or an actual restriction, be polite and enjoy it. Whoa. I'm not on board with this. This is a freaking unpopular ass opinion. The fact that he said, I can't believe the number of people who said they can only eat vegetables if they're fried. I've literally never heard anybody say that. As much of like vegetables is horrible to eat thing we hear about vegetables, I've never heard that. Must have a certain spice. I've literally never heard anybody be like, oh no, I'm only going to eat that if it's got a certain spice on it. Must not have something simple like pepper. What does that even mean? Just that they don't like pepper? It won't try anything outside of their immediate food circle. Okay, you could have just said that. I see how that's frustrating. I do like getting people to try things. But He lost me when he said, if you're lucky enough to get a good meal, as long as you don't have an allergy or an actual restriction, be polite and enjoy it. So he's saying, if you're, at a friend's house or at family member's house, whoever, and you're being served a meal, even if it's something you hate, you have to be polite and just enjoy it. What do I think about that? I don't know, man. I think to an extent, you definitely have to be courteous. If you're a picky eater, you have to be courteous. You have to know that you're the one that's being difficult. I will say that. However, it's not being impolite to say that you really don't like something and that you want something else, or you just don't want to eat it, or whatever. However, you can bring it up in the nicest way possible, right? That's the way to do it. Don't force yourself to eat something you hate to eat just because you think it's polite. I think that's going too far. But yes, if you're a picky eater, you are the one who's difficult, and so you better be like, I know you made this whole meal, but I just really don't like that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyways. Okay, so adult picky eaters are insufferable and deserve public scorn. Now that's way too far, dude. That's fucking mean. Whoa, okay. We'll get another one. Another unpopular opinion. Stop worshiping nature. Stop talking shit about humans. What? This is another one that I'm just, what? I like animals more than I like people. That's actually not a bad argument. Not a bad thing. He's saying he doesn't like when people say that. The earth would be better without us. He's saying people need to stop saying this. But it would be. Humanity was a mistake. I don't think it was a mistake. We are making a lot of mistakes. Nature is magical. I've literally never heard anybody say that in my life. Human extinction would be great. I've also literally never heard anybody say that. Who are these people hearing these things? I mean, look at this. Stop worshiping nature. Stop talking shit about humans. People need to stop saying these things. Literally, first of all, that I agree with. This one, also kind of agree with. This one, actually, this is bad for audio listeners. I'm just re-going over everything I already talked about. Stop. I'm sure you've seen people say this. Nope, never have. Or perhaps you subscribe to such ideologies. Nope, don't know anybody who does. It drives me absolutely nuts when people preach this anti-humanist propaganda. Nature is not your friend. Nature is not some loving magical entity. The default state of the world we adopted is suffering. Do you know what nature is? Nature is apathetic. Nature is merciless. Nature is cruel. Nature is suffering. Nature is primitive. Nature is death. That's it, dude. That's the quote. That's the quote. Nature is death. The fuck does that even mean? Nature will kill you without a second thought if it gets the chance. Now you're sounding crazier than the claims you made that are crazy. You said, first of all, you said nature is death. Don't know what that means. Nature will kill you without a second thought. Nature can't think. And nature doesn't get chances. It just happens. Nature kills. What do you mean nature? Kills 274,000 children every year due to malaria. Children who did no wrong. Oh my God. What is... So nature... Nature is malaria, guys. Nature is malaria. Yeah, there's a lot of ways. All kinds of people die who did no wrong. Still don't get your point. Nature tries to kill us at every turn. Oh, so now all of a sudden nature's against us. Nature is a bubonic plague that wiped out nearly half European population. Nature is a wide array of diseases, viruses, bacteria, and prions that us in slow, agonizing death. That seek to kill us in a slow, agonizing death. Nature is Ebola. A disease that makes your body rupture from the inside out and die an extremely death. I live in Russia. Okay. Oh, I get it now. I get it now. You know what? You make a good point. You live in Russia. Nature is brutal. That's fucking funny. In a village near me, two brothers, one 8 years old and one 5 years old. How old are you? What the fuck? We're playing near a forest. They were ripped apart and eaten. Oh, no. This is sad, dude. Why did it have to go here? This is long as shit. I didn't even look at the length of this one. Holy fuck. Oh, man. I don't want to read this on air, but I'm kind of interested. I mean, we don't know if it's true, right? But it does make a lot of sense why he's really trying to argue that nature is evil. And I take back everything I said. This person has every right to hate on nature. Do you think for a second that the bear considered morality? Do you think there was one single neuron in its mind that decided maybe it would be wrong to kill his innocent children who did no harm? No. We adopted a cruel world, a world characterized by suffering. This is fucking depressing, dude. This is not where I wanted to end up. I'm not reading that any further. Sorry. If you want to... nature is death. He makes a great point. He does make a great point. I take back everything, I take back everything that I took back about everything that he was trying to take back. Woo!